Yo, my lovely star dancers. How are we all doing today? Welcome back. Yo, ayo, ayo. Hey, yo. Hope you guys have had a good day leading up until now, just like always. I've had a decent day myself. Got like a little bit overstimulated because I was going a bit hard on. Jazzy, you can't just scare people like that. That's a little rude. That's a little rude. But yeah, I went a little bit too hard on Final Fantasy today. I had to, been leveling up some alt classes and, kind of, I mean, I don't want to talk about Final Fantasy too much, but I'm starting to wonder the more that I play Pictomancer, I think the less that I like it, actually. You did something unspeakable, you took a nap. A nap sounds kind of nice, not gonna lie. Too bad I am way too wide awake to ever consider taking a nap. But hey, it's all cool. I have soda. Glug glug. And since I don't have to do a bunch of reading, I can actually drink my soda. Why does it suck? Well, Pictomancer doesn't suck. It's not bad. It's a very good class. I just don't think I like it, actually. I don't know, maybe part of it is too simple. Maybe part of it is that there's not enough off GCDs for me. Like it's not fast enough for me. I'm not really sure. I miss you too, Star. Hopefully you'll be able to come back from work very soon and, you know, hang out with us. But I'm glad you are here in your own way, at the very least. Yeah, it's just not... It's not actually that complex. It's surprisingly kind of simple. It doesn't feel like it ever gets very mechanically intense. Yeah, and I mean, I play a lot of Machinist, so I love weaving as much as humanly possible. I think it's really fun, and I feel like the more time that I spend actually waiting out my GCDs, the more I die inside a little bit. Makes me wonder about Viper though. Viper's got GCD haste and a lot of off GCDs, so that could actually be really cool. Even though, as I'm told, that job is also dead simple, but it might still be cool. It might be like a more engaging experience. Yeah, I feel like Viper Glam is probably going to go pretty hard. Scouting Glam is nice. I've never leveled a scouting job either because, you know, up until recently there was only one of them. But yeah, been doing more Final Fantasy. I've got a job interview tomorrow for a day job. And I've been going a little insane lately, as we are wont to do. Able to get new stuff over time. Yeah, I mean, I don't have it fully leveled, and they might add new stuff later. And thank you, Valor. I hope it'll go well. It's not a remote job, which was what I was kind of hoping. But I think I may be able to make it work, to just, like, get around and stuff. I think it'll be cool. It might be really cool. Or it won't be, and then I'll just continue streaming and maybe like switch to full-time one day. Those Fridays are looking pretty spicy, not gonna lie. I have one day where I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary, and it's Fridays. And I could take that up with streaming. What did I say about the job? Like the Final Fantasy job or the IRL job? I didn't really say much about the IRL job. I just, you know, it might be something I'm interested in. Not really sure. But it could be cool. It'd be nice to be working again, at the very least. Well, there, you have your answer, Valor. I have spoken. So there you go. Yes, yes, yes. Assuming, depending on what if I get this job and like when I do, I may have to make some slight changes to our schedule. But I did want to plan my streams largely around like regular 9 to 5 work days. So we might just only move things by like an hour or so. And then, but yeah, so today is the day for Slay the Princess. It is finally time. I bought it, I acquired it, and we're gonna play it. I've heard it's very cool. There's going to be very little reading on my part, as I'm told, but it's still gonna be very interesting and engaging experience, I am sure. So, screw it, let's get into it. Da, 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 da. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know how it's gonna look, like, picture-wise, because I noticed that was windowed, which I find to be a little unusual. And I didn't have a whole lot of time to examine exactly how it was going to come through on OBS. Oh, it does look a little strange. How's about that? There we go. Nine to 5 jobs are old hat. Schedule everything around obtuse evening schedules you can help plan it. Alright. This has got a content warning, which I find excessively interesting. It's a horror game. Expect spooks. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as parallax effect, which can cause motion sickness. Oh, sweet! We can disable whatever that is, if it's makes me sick, and or us. Whatever horrors you may find them in these dark spaces. Have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Is it now? Alright, let's take a quick look at the options here. Skip unseen text? What? Why would you skip stuff you haven't seen? What kind of sociopath plays a visual novel and then skips everything? God. Okay. Auto advance is off. Okay. Controls? Oh! Goodness. Who? I mean, you're right, Valor. Speedrunners would do that, but who's gonna speedrun a visual novel? Toggles assistive self-voicing. What? Oh, it opened a... It opened like a website. Explain the definition. RenP supports a self-voicing mode in which a speech synthesizer is used to read out text and other interface elements. This is intended to make RenP games accessible to the vision impaired. Aww. Well, fortunately, I have working eyeballs, and I like reading to you guys, so we don't need that. Alrighty. Slay the Princess. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Sure, it will be. Oh. Oh, there are so many options. Oh my god. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked? Hang on, I'm gonna read the other ones. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? If I get some kind of reward for this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Mark. Okay, I'm gonna go with, have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Ah! So you don't want me to ask questions?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
There was a minigame collection on Switch, and you heard as people speedrun it, apparently the meta was to just lose every game as quickly as possible. Speedrunners are so funny. They are definitely like a specific kind of person that is certainly not me. But I admire their insanity, their special flavor of madness, in a very particular way. Dangerous because she's locked up? I think she's dangerous because she's locked up. Just got a feeling.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Okay, but what world is coming to an end? And is the world coming to an end as in we are transitioning from one state of existence to another? Is the world going to change so irrevocably that it is as if the world we knew it as ended? Or is this actual complete and total annihilation? I don't know, I just have my doubts here. GameStone Quick recently did a stream where they had their dog PB play a basketball game by stepping on buttons that would control the game.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Oh, I can still ask all these questions? Do I get some kind of reward for this? It's a good question. Do
yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Are you even gonna tell me what the reward is? Oh, you're not. So for all I know, I could slay this apocalyptic princess figure and get a friggin' candy bar out of it. You know what? I'm gonna keep asking questions. If we really are like running short on time here, I want to see what happens if we run out of time.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not gonna kill her.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out. Which she will, unless you do something about it.
Wait, you said she was dangerous. So she's not dangerous? She's just, like, gonna cause something dangerous to happen? Do you have any evidence to back this up? Okay, yeah. What happens if she gets out? I want specifics. You know what? I like this game already. It's letting me really delve into these hard-hitting questions.
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her, because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do...
Oh! Oh no! Oh! Oh no! Oh god, I was fidgeting and I right-clicked and it ruined everything. Okay. Well... So... I love how Valor, true to form, knows literally nothing about this character and is like, guys, hear me out. Guys, hear me out. Let's kill this princess. So, the princess is going to cause the end of the world because people are going to listen to her? And tell me what my prize is for doing good to be for doing a good job?
Secret,
Yes.
but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Okay, you are... This is like... I'm seeing two sides of a coin here. Either this reward is actually like some horrible agonizing death and you're being ironic, or you're like really selling me on my motivation here. Look, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, then she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. Game sold, let's get it over with. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. I'll talk to her.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies.
I hope that doesn't make anybody
The more you
nauseous,
listen to
actually.
her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
This narrator's a little sassy.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I think that's the same voice actor. Alright, time to do proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Knife.
The air is stale and musty,
Knife.
and the floor
Knife,
and
knife,
walls
knife,
are
knife,
painted
knife,
in a
knife,
fine
knife.
layer of dust.
Knife.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Knife.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Wait, I didn't bring a weapon? This was just left here for me? Who left this here? This is already sketching me out so bad. Like, how planned was this? Why does it feel like in lore I'm just some weird schmuck who's just been plucked up out of the universe and placed in this very situation to do this thing? It feels weird.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Oh, I have a knife now. Oh wait, that's supposed to be my hand? I got claws. I got weird little beast claws.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a
hint.
staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
You're just trying to convince me to slay her.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh my god. Too much they're inbred, so they're frail and weak. Oh my god. Guys, her voice is kind of hot.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I mean, she's a princess.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Look, dangerous is hot, okay? Somebody please back me up here. She sounds dangerous, which means she sounds hot. Yes, thank you guys, thank you.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a
She
threat to
is
the world?
really fucking pretty.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You sound weirdly blasé about that. No, I haven't decided
you
yet.
drop the knife, and the two of us just talk.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
I don't. Her tone doesn't feel very honest.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. She really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't
Bear.
very becoming of us. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
I don't quite trust you yet.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Can't we just talk while I have the knife? Yes! Well, look, it's not like I have to hold her at knife point. Can I just, like, have it on hand? And talk? I don't have to be sticking it in her face. I have manners. But she should have some manners too and let me have my security blanket. She's setting off so many red flags right now, and I'm a little annoyed about it because she's really pretty and her voice makes my skin tingle. Sia's going it. Oh. You know what I'm thinking? Do you know what I'm thinking? Do you know what I'm about to do? Unfortunately, the situation design calls for decisive action.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts
What?
as you attempt to run her through.
Doubt my ass!
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Ooh!
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
Yeah, what is up with my hands? What am I?
We can still turn this around. You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive,
Weird bird
but you can
thing.
at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
Yep. If you'd been a little less sketchy, probably wouldn't have ended up like this.
The two of you fall to the floor.
Hey.
This was fun.
I agree.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
No possible way.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Ain't that interesting?
You're on a path in the woods.
And here we are
At
back in
end
the
of that
beginning.
path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a
The fact that that was my
princess.
first ending is so fitting. What is that supposed to mean?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it... I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
It's probably fair.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep
The fact that I
secrets from
badass
me.
brawl with her and became rebels, yeah. You know, it's I'm hoping it's gonna be like an enemies to friends to lovers thing. You know, like, now we're on equal footing. We have, like, a mutual respect for one another. I know what she can do, she knows what I'm capable of. And now we can proceed and develop our relationship further without worrying about underestimating each other.
That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
Voice of the stubborn.
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
I have slayed the princess. Oh. Trilogy's connected. Not like I'm using it. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? It's a good question.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her. And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
I wonder just how many universes this is taking place in.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds Pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
That's what I'm thinking. It's a multiverse.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters.
Am I the stubborn? Is the stubborn like the little devil sitting on my
Couldn't agree
shoulder?
more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Ooh, I want to talk about the princess though, but also I want to talk to the princess because I'm already very smitten with her. I mean, she's pretty, she's elegant, and she busted my jaw in one punch. What more could you want? Ah.
Just be quick about it.
Yes, why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands?
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
She's too pale and her eyes are huge. I don't know. That kind of like weird goth pale is attractive. Valor, hear me out. She's a monster. That's not a drawback.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods.
Yes.
Don't overcomplicate things.
Valor wants to date somebody who's like actually normal. We're
This is
into
maddening.
monsters.
Why do you keep asking questions?
Yeah, she did beat my ass because she's not human, which makes her more attractive.
There's nothing wrong with getting the full picture of what's going on here. Sure there is. It's wasting time and energy that would be better spent fighting.
Too far gone to save? I don't want to be saved. Maybe that means I'm too far gone. I don't know. You are being cagey. The narrator is being super cagey. So you're being cagey. Why aren't you telling? What aren't you telling
I told
me?
you everything you need to know.
Everything
Going
I
into
need
more
to know.
detail
Oh,
just
okay.
Overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
I don't know about that.
What else would we even need to know? We've got all the reason we need for a rematch.
Okay, stubborn. Okay, stubbornness. Stubborn? Stubborn. Buddy? Stubborn. I totally get your vibe. I get what's going on here. I would love to have another brawl with her. But, like, can we maybe, like, go out to dinner first? Get coffee? Get to know each other a little better? Then beat each other to death? We need a little foreplay here.
Exactly. The less you know about her, the better.
I disagree. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Going out would be difficult. Well, I can bring the fancy dinner dates to her.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
All right, let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
What?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. You've got a strange perspective on fighting if you think that's the case.
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
You know, if DoorDash comes out to mysterious cabins in the woods.
The cabin is tighter
Whoa.
than its exterior would suggest. Its
Whoa!
cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination.
This
The
is
only
new.
furniture of note is a black iron altar
This is
with
new.
a pristine blade perched on
This
its
is new.
edge.
Yeah, mirror. Mirror. I'm super interested in the mirror.
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving.
No,
The
hang
blade
on.
is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Mirror.
Walk
Mirror.
up to the wall next to the
Mirror.
basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
You can't lie to me. That's a mirror.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we walk off that ladder of grime.
Yeah. I want to see what this main character looks like.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Like,
I hope
speaking
you know
of
how ridiculous you
monsters.
look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago,
That's not fair.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
That's not fair.
very different.
Yeah, this whole cabin is different than last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
This is absolutely some multi-universe stuff. It's gotta be.
So
That's
focus
my
up.
theory.
The
That-
world is depending on you.
Is my theory. Okay, well,
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
knife. Probably not gonna use it. I think I'm gonna go the
door to the
different route
basement
this time.
creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend.
Ew.
The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the
Sulfuric.
princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
You're a little Gremblo or monster, probably a Gremblo, and she's going to lead the humans to genocide you and yours. That's an interesting idea. The only thing is we can't confirm if there are any other humans.
Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Well, when you put it that way.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
You know, stubborn, you got a good one here.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
No, I'm here to have a good fight. I don't care if I win or lose. I
As you
am
descend
here for the
final step, the form of the princess
Mama.
comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement
Hello,
wall.
ma'am.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Mommy, sorry. Yes.
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Not if I break you first. So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
All right, fine. I believe you. What? What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
Yeah, tieflings are nice.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay! As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
I've never died. Don't you see how alive I am right now? No, there's no point in lying at this point. Just because it bothers you, I'm going to take this even less seriously. You don't know the depths of my apathy. Don't worry, I'm gonna do a pretty good job. You got me. Pretty much everything you said. Pretty much everything you just said is true. Don't worry, I'm gonna do a good job. That's a lie.
Great. Now focus up and do it then.
You look different.
You look exactly the same.
I guess I do. Okay. Fair. Yep, fair. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
God, this one is... Man, I wish I had talked more to the first one. I wasn't expecting her to go all... Oh, they are? Oh my god, they are. Followers are blocking a pretty face. There. I don't usually like to do that, but... oh, maybe we can... Yes, she has horns. 3 of them, if I am counting correctly.
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Free rein to wail on each other forever does sound pretty nice.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I don't know what happened to you last time we met, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet.
And why not? You decided what to do with me quickly enough last time. Are you scared I'm going to kill you again? Maybe you're worried I'll put you down for good this time. If you want to talk, I guess I can talk. But you should come a little closer first.
I don't know, this sounds... That sounds like an invitation for a sucker punch, and I'm pretty sure you're not beyond that. Do I... I mean, I could step closer, and then she'll beat my ass. And then she'll get the first punch. Or... I can go for the stab, and give us both exactly what we want. I'm gonna do it.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's
Let's
chest,
go.
splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood.
Oh, I am a bird. Those are feathers. Those are totally feathers. I am a bird.
But she's unfazed by your onslaught.
Damn.
Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs,
Hello?
cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement.
Hello? Hot? My bird bones. No wonder my bones break so easily. They're probably hollow.
You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me.
What? What do you mean?
It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point?
Oh, the knife's bloody now. Yeah.
So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow. Think it through. Don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Oh. See, usually I would go for the sneaky, clever tactics, because that's like how I do. But this isn't a battle. I'm not trying to win this fight. This is not a battle of death. This is a battle of romance.
That's your plan, then. That's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more.
I will take her head on.
You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Yeah, that would... Well, of course I'm gonna try a different angle.
You pull back on the blade's hilt, doing your best to free it from its sinewed prison. But as you tug the blade free, the princess slams you down onto her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like
that
wet wood
sound.
from the impact. And you find yourself in midair, effortlessly tossed across the room. You hit the floor, your ribs complaining painfully, but you can feel the hilt in your grip. You still have your weapon. You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an
Wait,
opening.
no, you changed my choice.
You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last.
Bird-boned gusher. Oh my god. Man, maybe I should have just pushed.
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
Nah.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
I don't care, you don't know me.
How disappointing.
Oh.
She squeezes,
Oh!
pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Damn. Oh, I didn't save. I haven't been saving.
Path,
We're just
if
freeballing
you
it,
weren't
I
so
guess.
damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
That's a lie. I wasn't afraid. I was trying to be tactical. Not just be an idiot.
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it.
Oh, hello, new voice.
So what? You'd have us cower in a corner?
No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive.
Right? You're talking
Are you
smart here.
suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included.
Voice volume, like game voice volume? Because it's actually at maximum. A couple times the lines have been like really quiet. I think the voice of the hunted is like needlessly quiet for some reason. The mixing is a little bit strange in this game.
Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
It's a bit louder than the voices. I can fix that at least. Enjoy work, Valor.
Then what is going on?
What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here. And if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the...
Alright, we're gonna start saving, starting now.
It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other. And I don't trust you. Well, fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that.
There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here.
I do like violence.
Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet.
I mean, I like violence.
Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin. It's like I said, all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
Yum, 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 yum. We haven't talked about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call this woods. Yeah, this is like a cave. It's like her influence is
It's
poured out
evidence
into the
of one
world.
of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too? Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
Yep, all our answers are in the cabin. I like how in every
Isn't long
situation
before you
there's an
find
option to
yourself
just
at the end of
nope
the
out.
path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
No last advice for us? No words of warning?
From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now.
I
I
could
could
use a
use a
little
little catharsis.
Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase.
You're so quiet, Hunted. Alright, what's the cabin look like
The
now?
interior of the cabin is
Ooh.
suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall. A pristine blade perched on its
The
edge.
Hunted is the soft boy,
The
yes.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there.
I think your plan is a little sketch, Hunty.
Take it.
But there's no way forward. There's a mirror at the end of the room, and that's it.
Maybe it'll go away again.
So you were here before, huh, Hunted?
For something to go away, it would have to be there to begin with.
Wait a minute.
Let me assure you, there's no mirror here. The only thing at the end of the room is the door to the basement.
Okay, hear me out. What if every voice is the previous hero that came before made manifest in the mind of the current hero? And we're just gonna, with every universe that we skip, we're gonna get another voice. Maybe? Maybe.
No use arguing. Mirror or not, we need to be there. The why we pick doesn't matter.
I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already.
I agree with the
Worst
freak.
comes to worst, we can smash it.
You take the blade from the altar. It will be
Swing,
difficult to slay
Swing,
the
swing.
princess and save the world.
swish, 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 wah, swing.
Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather
Thank
committed
you.
to the bit, aren't you?
I'm
It's
a
right there. It's right in
expert
front of you.
blade dancer.
This really is just like last time.
It smells of nothing, yet it's still there. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement, As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Alright, let's see what our princess is like this time.
Why am I not surprised? It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Ooh, the rocks, they wiggling.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if I want to goad her into fighting me right now when I'm on the cliff. Ah, screw it. If you want to fight, then how about you come and get one?
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
Those chains were nothing to her last time, and they'll be nothing to her this time. But we need to show ourselves first to make her boil over. Fine by me. You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. We'll need to be faster than her.
I'm not gonna run away. I'm not running away, dude. This is my chance for redemption. Hi.
At the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness.
Very tight. There is a chain. I was like, geez.
Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
Her horns are longer too. And she's got like digigrade feet now.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run. I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way we live.
This is a terrible place to fight. I feel like...
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
I feel like the sheer amount of commitment to every choice that is made in this game, she has better balance, and that thing probably makes a killer weapon. I feel like they make you really commit to your choices because they aren't expecting anybody who plays this to be BPD and just be able to flip on a dime. That is a good point. Thank you for reminding me to save. I actually want to save before for this choice because if you really want a good fight, if you really want to see me at my best, we need somewhere with more space.
The princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you? You're teasing me with what I want, but I'm sick of waiting. I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
You're being a little dumb here, miss.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Run. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance.
This is what I mean. I didn't want to run.
As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
This is something that always bugs me with, like, creatures or people who have, like, really big claws and stuff. I always kind of compare it to, like, human fingernails of, like, you know, I'm not so worried about, like, the claws themselves, like, chipping or breaking. I'm worried about, like, the skin that holds your claws in place. Like, in video games and shows and stuff, people with claws do some crazy stuff, and every time I'm going, like, how are your claws just not, like, ripping out of your fingers? Because that feels to me like what will realistically happen, and it freaks me out every time. I'm like, please don't fight with those. You're going to hurt yourself, and it's going to be the most pain you've ever been in.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
She's really pretty. I kind of miss when you were, like, cute and small, but you are still really big, pretty muscle mommy. I mean, I'm kind of saving at the point that matters. But there might be more choices here.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
You've fallen right into my trap. Let's do it!
You leap from the grass and bound towards the princess, keeping low.
Charging me head on. Brave and foolish.
Her body braces for impact, anticipating the clash. That's where you're both wrong. Left, now! As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly.
Haha! With a change in situation comes a change in tactics.
Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh.
Ow.
It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned.
Oh yeah.
We're actually gonna pull this off, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
You just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going! We can't stop! Now! You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground.
Ah, what a romantic way to die.
Nothing! These blows are nothing to us! But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You know, I'm actually wondering if we had gone the super muscly aggro route and like at that moment when it was the push through or go around option, would we have gotten stronger if we had chosen the push through option? Because clearly after we did this, we got faster. Which, honestly, is what I prefer. But it's interesting.
You've outplayed me, haven't you?
That I have.
Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
Oh. Excuse me? Huh? Oh hey, wide open field. Lure an enemy into advantageous terrain and win. But you do not have the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator's gone, yeah.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? It hasn't ended. We're still here.
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
There's something dreadful about it.
I think I'm supposed to look in the mirror.
I don't think you should. That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's like it's mocking us.
Let's just stay still.
No, we gotta approach this. We gotta face it head on and see whatever the hell is going on here.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Mirror's never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh, it's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. There's a cabin in here? You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Be not afraid?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one.
This is so cool.
She will make for a fierce heart.
Wait a minute. If the way she's explaining this is what I think it is, the same thing's happening to her that's happening to us.
Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for. I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Fair? Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Okay, fair. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Maybe. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Okay, you got me there. What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me.
I think you're right!
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Oh, that's sweet of you.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Just me and she for all eternity. That's actually hella romantic. What the hell? Oh my god. This isn't a horror game at all. This is a dating sim. And I love it. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Art style is so cool. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
It did say at the beginning, this is a love story.
There is no exit.
Oh, okay, every time you open the menu, it just kills the voice acting. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her able to.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Ah, so this is the gameplay loop, is we're creating other aspects of ourselves so that we can complete ourselves and each other and be free. Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
You know that... Okay. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Hey, it's the thing that I was saying earlier. It's not destruction, it's change. You're being semantic. What are you gonna do if I help you? I mean, I do want to know.
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
No, I don't wanna. I wanna hold on to and treasure this memory of this eldritch angel before me. How many more pieces do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find.
Okay, fair.
I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Yeah, okay. And what if I don't let you do this to me? I don't want to let you do this to me.
Then we will be here forever, as we are now.
No.
Unfinished, dry, hollow.
That's not fair. I'm not going back. No. Yeah.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Oh. Okay, that's sweet. That's for the... Wait forever? I can wait forever?
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage?
Ooh.
You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Okay. Oh. Oh. It closed the game. Oh, that's great. That's funny. Oh, it just closed the game. Oh
You
my
have returned
god.
to me.
Oh, what?
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for not leaving me. Okay. I get it. I understand. You're trying to retrieve yourself. I need to retrieve myself. And in order for that to happen, I have to forget all of this. I'm gonna choose to forget in the faith that we'll be able to remember again one day. And we'll be able to be back here with you.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Easy, dumb. I also want to smooch the unfathomable Elder's cutie.
You won't.
Ah! That's rude!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
No!
is a princess.
Why would you take my memories from me like that?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Note, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard, R1 in your controller. Okay. Wow. We are actually just back at the beginning. Okay.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
I didn't actually mean to click that one.
I'm talking.
End of the world, what are you talking about? How can a princess
Don't
snuck away?
linger on the specifics. You have a job to do.
No. I feel like doing all of the explorations is like actually really important. I mean, what do? Do I take the same path that I did before, or is that gonna end us up exactly where we started? Man, this game's wild.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what's in each and every.
So we're trying to reveal every aspect of herself. And last time we went the fight path, and I really liked that one, and we're probably gonna have to do it over again. This is definitely my favorite visual novel now too. I mean, well, I don't know. It's competing pretty hard with Valhalla right now. Let's go without the blade this time.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
I made the right move.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
No, it's because deep down you do remember this voice.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
No, this is not the first princess, and it's definitely not the last princess, the previous one either. Hi!
Stranger, it's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Same line as before.
You walk down the stairs and
that
lock
face.
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on. Talk a bit first. I don't know what's going on here. I haven't gotten to know you yet. This you, anyway.
Okay.
Oh, she's so pretty. What the fuck? What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You don't know your name, do you?
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Princess. Your Royal Highness. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for no reason. For a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
You should answer the question, though.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
Well, I want to know if she has to eat.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
She has to. I'm gonna keep you locked away down here for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. I want to know her favorite food so I can date her. Absolutely. Sorry, but I can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and is it worth the risk to take your word over potential fate of the world? I can't believe we've been keeping you down like this. I'm getting you out of here. I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. I was sent here to slay you. Apparently you're supposed to end the world. But I wanted to see for myself. I'm not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding.
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
What I do doesn't really matter, right?
I feel like if she was gonna lie and scheme and cheat in order to, like, just manipulate us as much as possible, she wouldn't be dodging the question, she'd actually be answering it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
See, yes, that's manipulative, but it's like so obviously manipulative. It just doesn't seem right.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Ah, but now you're starting to bring it home.
I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
Okay.
She has a point.
I'm not so sure.
We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
Well, I don't remember anything, so that's unfortunate.
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Now I've got two voices that are like arguing to try and manipulate me into doing what they want. I'm gonna keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. You can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving
Well,
her
you won't
alive
be
is
alone.
too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
Okay. Well, you were doing good for a while.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
She was, Well, I really did think for a minute that she was trustworthy.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade.
But
and
what's she gonna do?
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. Fine, turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but hurry. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation.
Shwa, 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 shwa.
Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment
Ooh.
ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall.
Wow.
And she is nowhere to be seen.
I guess desperation will really do that to you.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Alright, let us save that one, and I'm going to load the... I'm gonna Lock her in the
I
basement.
know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess.
Fine. Turn your back on me.
Slip these chains. Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
I was afraid I'd already committed to not sleep. Nope, we're sticking to the plan.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
I was gonna stay with her. Damn it. Game.
Okay. We can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue.
Well, this isn't what I wanted.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made.
Okay, hang on. We're committing a little bit too much to this. This isn't the ending I wanted to go with anyway. Oh, should I not have switched off of that one? We'll do that one later. I'm assuming that we'll be able to like loop back like we do. It did seem pretty creepy, but we're trying to stay true to our ideals here, and this is what we're doing. Okay, just listen to armature liking. Nah. Let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she? You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Not gonna waste the time here. I'll wait. Yes.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
You do your best to patiently wait her out, but eventually, exhaustion starts to set in. Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
Yeah,
You
fine.
step into the shadows. Too late, you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain of tearing flesh as the princess lunges into you from behind and drags you to the floor. The ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense, lying useless beside you.
Look at those little
Pool of
IVs.
blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand,
What fear?
and now look at you.
What fear?
Everything goes dark.
What
and you
fear?
die.
I wasn't scared of it.
You're on a path. You're
Oh? Oh. So we do the again thing again?
I can assure you that you're not dead. If you're... Those are two very different questions, but fine. And I believe... What do you mean? If it's the latter, do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
all the more reason to keep our wits about us, should we even return to the cabin. We could find a safe little hole.
You know what? Let's finish this. Close the door behind
Close the door
us.
behind you. Almost magically, its locks
Come on out. Seriously?
You step into the shadows. Too late, you. The ferocity. This is the end. I'm afraid you shouldn't have let that fear creep in.
What?
Everything goes dark, and you die.
So, it was the same?
You're on a path.
Is
You're
it different? Now I gotta know, is it different if we, like...
You're where. You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks.
Is it different if we
You step
investigate
forwards
the
to
arm?
investigate the severed limb. A trail of blood leads from its jagged stump into the dark corner
okay.
of the basement. And then you hear the quiet patter of feet against the floor, and there's suddenly a weight on your shoulders. The princess tears into you. Her teeth and claws are unnaturally sharp, ripping into your shoulders, digging into your throat. You fall to the ground, the princess eagerly tearing at your flesh.
This is a different kind of violent princess.
Oh, shit. What is she?
Oh, you better believe I'm fighting back.
You roll the princess off your back and turn to face her, rising to your knees and readying your blade. Those eyes. She's going to kill us. Yes, things do look a little grim, don't they? The two of you are losing quite a lot of blood. But there's a reason she decided to strike from ambush. She isn't confident about a direct confrontation. Just because she's playing it safe doesn't mean we have the upper hand. Come on now. Don't let your confidence waver. This is an important moment.
I'm going to kill you.
The princess leaps onto you as you raise your blade in defense.
Yee!
You find your target, and time after time you strike, but the wounds she inflicted in her ambush hinder your movements, and with each fresh exchange you're a little slower, a little weaker.
It's like a reverse version of the strong mommy princess.
You seek solace in the fact that she's slowing too. Finally,
Oh,
she
hydration check.
collapses, and you collapse beside her.
I left a little gulp of water. No way.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
Your grasp on the blade weakens. It slips from your numb fingers, lying uselessly on the floor. This can't be how it ends, right? I'm sorry, but it is. You aren't making it out of this basement, but at least you finished the job. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, I'm committing to this one. The witch?
You're
Wait, hang
a
on. I
path
think this might have been the right
woods.
move.
You're here to...
Wait, hasn't this already happened? Witch!
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time,
Witch!
you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe... Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not
Ooh.
sure we can trust him.
Voice of the opportunist. Okay, so we have a new version of ourselves. This was this was the right move.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit
Oh
of the
my
old
God.
brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
I think it's gonna be the
Those are two
same.
very different questions. Let's say for
It's
a
not
moment that this really... If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't. We were just weighing our options in a morally ambiguous
Ah.
situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options.
You can't blame us for weighing our options. Me and the opportunist, we get each other.
We did our best with the information we were given. And we did kill her. And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us.
I like
and
you
now we're
voice
all
in my
right back
head.
where they started. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, had you failed to slay the princess,
what would have happened? That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we? You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you? Laying it on a little thick?
A little
What are you
thick.
talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions. What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world.
Yeah. Let's go. We've already talked about the princess.
Oh,
We know what's
warning.
going on here.
Before you go any further,
Yeah.
she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done.
Into the cabin we go. Let's see what this one's like. I wonder if it is like a witch's hut.
The interior of the cabin
called
is a
it.
mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only
Damp and
furniture left
earthy.
is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your
It's like a
implement.
Tree stuff.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, but the mirror. The mirror. We gotta see the mirror
Walk up
again.
to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look.
There it is again. Well,
You take the blade from the shelf. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
that's completely right, dude.
That's not actually a bad idea. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
Hair. Tangled hair.
The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Yeah, like, okay, clearly I have the same brain as the opportunist. Because, like, I've been wanting... Like, when I was like, hey, can we just talk while I'm holding the knife? Like, that's kind of the approach that I would have taken. Like, take it out of view, not be obvious with it. Because we can't, like, weigh our options and, like, make a pragmatic choice about the situation if we start out with, like, hey, I'm swinging this knife at you. God.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick.
It
and
just
wet,
makes sense.
As if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath.
Ugh.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her
Thick and
voice
wet.
skitters up from below.
Oh, God.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
50-50 shot that I come down and she's a spider. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
No, I'm not.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
But how much do you really remember?
See? She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying? Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Maybe.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
Welcome home, Star.
Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion.
Yeah.
Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Yeah. Man, why didn't we encounter the opportunist sooner? This guy gets it.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
That's rude.
You need to stop.
That's super
lingering.
rude.
Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss.
All right.
Thank you.
Whoa.
You descend the basement steps.
She's
entering
not
the
a
dark
spider.
room below.
She's not a spider. Whatever she is, she's really cute.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are.
Oh my God.
One hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
Why is she so cute? I don't even know what you are. You're like I think you're like a cat.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses.
Yeah, she's some kind of chimera.
Good.
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
Absolutely.
Is it all behind us?
More or less.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you.
Sorry, hang on. I did it again. I seem to remember you having a tongue. I get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Yeah, she's got a little Look, I know things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up?
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
I don't know how to solve your problem, Star. That sounds... How old is that email? That's so not good.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event.
I predict quite a lot of
She
backstabbing
needs
here.
us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back.
Yeah, she'll destroy the world, but she's at least gonna do right by us.
I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Alright, out. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. That's so stupid. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh, okay. Got that out of my system. Can't you get those chains and get out of those chains on your own?
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the
Oh.
chains fall from her wrist. She could
Uh,
have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little, a woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
okay, let's leave. Leave with the princess. Hang on, can I? Movie. Oh, that's you, Star, isn't it? I know that naming conventions. Well, either way, Flippy Movie, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you enjoy your newfound career as a star dancer. We'll outfit you for the crew very soon. Yum. Gosh. I'd like to be straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time. I think you would be a danger to the world, so I'm going to attack you now. How honest. Okay, we did save, right? Okay, what happens if we just leave with her?
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she
she-
are face
yeah.
to face.
It's Gremlin Princess.
She never
Gremlo.
breaks eye contact,
Oh.
even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a
Oh.
long moment, as
Oh,
if
look at that
testing to see
face.
what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
Oh, look at that face!
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
Nagatoro energy, yeah.
It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here.
Hero, come on, don't be naive.
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. We're armed and she's not. What's she gonna do? Bite us when we're not looking?
Yes! Dude, how can you be this dense?
You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted.
Look at those
I don't know
claws!
how many more warnings
I know
have to
she's
dole
hiding those
out.
teeths.
But if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
She got mad teeths. Give her the bit. Why would you? You first.
And turn my back on you? Do you think me a fool? Your tricks are one of the only things I've known, and I've learned better by now.
Yeah, she absolutely wrecked my shit with her bare hands.
Just go first.
You're the one who said you can't leave here without me, which means I hold all the cars. Either you go up first or we stay here. Up to you. Why do I feel like if we go up first, she's gonna lock me in the basement? I feel like she's gonna lock us in the basement.
The princess leans close, her nose twitching as she sniffs your neck inquisitorially. What is she doing? I think she's trying to figure out if we're lying, so it's a good thing we didn't lie.
Jesse.
Your stink is the
Oh.
stink of a wretch, but not of a liar. If I have to go first, I'll go first. But I'll have you know my ears are sharp, and I've got eyes on the back of my head. They'll be watching.
She got a little blush. She's so cute.
Eyes on the back of her head. Does she really?
Why do I feel like she literally does have eyes in the back of her head?
No, we're fine. The princess pointedly turns her back on you and starts up the stairs.
She is so adorable.
You follow close behind her, the two of you walking on tiptoes through the
Tail.
knotted roots of the basement
Tail.
stairs.
Hail.
It's time, boys. Stab her in the back. Do it. Do it now.
Wait, I thought we were helping her escape.
What are we doing at this point? I'm not sure.
Of course we're not. You didn't buy all that noise I was putting down, did you? I was just waiting for a moment for us to strike. She has it in for us, you know.
Okay, let's see here. I'm not going to praise you, but I am going to stab her in the back. Oh, fine, stab her in the back. Well, it's an amazing idea. I totally never saw this coming. Thanks for looking out for us. Stab her in the back. I want to know what happens when we end the world. We can always load a save on this one.
And that's a great idea. See, this is why you're in charge and I'm not. You think things through. You stick to your guns. It shows real leadership, and more people should be like you.
We're almost there. You better not try anything. I know you're thinking it.
Us? No, never. I can't believe she'd even suggest that. The gore.
I will be her crow.
The princess reaches the top of the stairs and crosses over the threshold, turning back to smile at you.
Bye-bye, you loathsome little nuisance.
Called it.
She slams the door on you. Its lock swiftly clicks
Called
into place.
it. Called it. Called it. Called it. Called it 1,000 times. Called it. All right. Oh, fine. Stab her in the
you're no
back.
Fun. But at least you get how important it is that we leave this basement at the top of the pecking order. You plunge the blade deep into the princess's back, driving her to her knees amid the roots. Would you look at that? No need to thank me. But, you know, please do thank me.
Of course you'd betray me the moment I turned my back on you. Don't think you're leaving here alive, wretch.
She shoves you in return, sharp
Oh, shit.
wrapping around your ankle as the two of you tumble down the uneven stairs in a hastening flurry of violence and loathing.
This is such a violent relationship that we're developing.
You separate with a bone-shaking thud as you hit the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
One unlucky fall.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
Did you really think you could stab me in the back without suffering the consequences? Fool, 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 you're such a ridiculous fool.
We were never gonna get up the stairs, were we? Oh, cause you're not subbed anymore. No, you can't hear me anyway.
The princess lets out a mocking laugh.
We were never getting up those stairs, were we?
Of course not. By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. If I had the chance, I would have locked you down in this basement. It would have been funny, even if it meant I couldn't leave. I really, truly detest you.
At least we can all agree that it was a good idea to make her go first.
It kind of was. It was kind of the only good idea.
How? Well, she was going to betray us, wasn't she? And we struck first.
By making her go first, we at least get the opportunity to strike first, you know?
Our back is broken, but we gave it our all. No regrets. Besides, she's got to have it as bad as us, right?
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Ho-ho! So she does have it as bad as us.
Something inside
And I
me
stabbed
is
you.
broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife?
Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Thank you, Jazzy, for giving a Tier 1 gifted library badge to Floofy Moofy. Hope you enjoy your privileged access to the Akashic Records from now on.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there?
Oh,
What happens next?
he doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Oh, there it is. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Yes, we do remember now. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before. You always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
Oh. This leads me to wonder, when we're making choices, who is saying that? Is it me being inserted into the game and actually speaking to the hero? I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll
Who
trust
is
you.
the hero and why is he always with us too?
Finally. We're going places.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. Really? I don't think we look any different. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering light.
Oh no! Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
So I guess we don't have to repeat the violence route. Because that was the first one that we did. Now we did the... Hi, Bear. We did the violence route. We just did the I don't know, the scoundrel route. And now this. Are the same as being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Well, Barry, you'll just have to be more careful with your pipe usage. And also, stay and watch more streams as long as possible so that you can get more points. Easy. It's just like that. Welcome back, Valerie. What does it feel like to change like this?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Cool. We did another route. So we're deep now into the gameplay loop of like explore the different routes and different versions of the princess and like go through them. The one that we did, you saw at the very beginning of it, was the like feral scoundrel type ending. And we had like our own opportunist side as well. You know the one at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you. No, I'm not. I'm not going to kill you. We're going to watch the world burn together. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible.
Oh, interesting.
The only paths of value are those that are yet untracked.
Oh, so you just can't do routes you've already done. That's actually probably for the best. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. Oh. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've ever met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Where that one hand grabbing? Where that one hand grabbing? Oh my god. Hey, lady. Look, we don't know each other that well yet. Maybe don't do that right in front of me. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing to you, I've hurt them.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
So they are characterized by their suffering.
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I actually want to know.
This one is hope, marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart.
Interesting.
Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Destroy your body. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Heh. That's fair.
Do not worry. There are no wrong answers. And every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
That's an interesting idea. And you're putting a lot of trust in me for that. There's something so beautiful about that. She an AI? This could be like a metaphor for AI, I guess. But I don't think that's what we're doing here. Alright. Let's go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. we will meet again.
And I'm dead. Split. An untrusting vessel, bring the wish
You're
to
on a
her.
clock.
It's like a borderline jump scare every time it happens. Okay, so you guys might have noticed that we just flew past our break time. But I still want to give you guys a break because, yeah, I want to be fair like that. And also, I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna go see about getting me some gummies. Don't worry, I'm just gonna be gone about 10 minutes. I'm gonna come back to you guys at the top of the hour, and then we're gonna have a nice time and come back for a little bit more Slay the Princess. Okay? Yes, I know. I'm sorry. In order to more believably integrate myself with your universe, I had to place myself in a vessel that needs food and water. Unbelievable. In any case, I'll see you guys real soon. Oh, screw it. I'll see you guys real soon. Don't go away, and we'll be back. Come back. I have a brownie. I don't ordinarily like brownies very much, but this one has like the perfect texture. I'm gonna give it a minute for people to come back, because it doesn't seem like everybody's back. Besides, I'm enjoying my brownie. Well, I enjoyed my brownie. I'm just trying to wash my damn mouth out. A little phlegmy now. Hello. Oh yeah, no worries. Hope your PvPing is going well. Anyway, I think that's a bit bad enough waiting for me. We're here to kill the princess again.
You're here to slay her.
Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way.
Oh, that was supposed to be
short path
sarcasm.
the cabin.
Whatever.
You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I guess they do establish from the very start that, like...
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your...
I guess they do establish, like, right away that the hero is a character independent of you. So it makes sense that there would be, like, a lot of separation. Alright.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Alright, let's see what she's like this time.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Oh! Sounds dangerous. She's the one in charge down here. This is the one we encountered the first
Don't
time.
let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Hi!
Don't be a stranger. And it's been so long since I've had any visitors.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
God, this is like
There's a
when she
heavy
was at her
chain around
hottest.
wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No. So, we're here at the same opportunity. Okay, you caught me here, just
a good
like.
idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
So last time, hang on, I want to see if it's actually going to allow us to make the same choice.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and type.
It does. That's strange. Well, we went forward and got all stabby last time, so I'm gonna drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
Welcome back,
You're
Valor.
going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
You coming on to me? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Are her lines all the same, but her delivery is different?
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
This is. Wow, okay. So her delivery is different. She's like predisposed towards a different personality, but she's saying all the same stuff.
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She knows what she...
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed that doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Her eyes are bigger than God.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk.
Ah, fuck it. Are you coming out of me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other.
By definition, we have a relationship.
Yeah, that's fair. That is correct. I just wish you were coming out of me.
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a
I'm
straight
not
answer.
harassing her. We've got a thing going on, you know?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
I'm telling you, that's the nature of our relationship. It's a really strange give and take, but there's something strangely romantic about it. We grow so intimate with one another in our constant efforts to destroy each other. It's beautiful. We start this relationship seeing the worst parts of ourselves as we slowly learn to appreciate the good as well. I really hope somebody agrees with me on this.
She hesitates before
You can address me as your Royal Highness. Or Her Oh, have you decided what to do with...
You know why you're here.
So... I'm glad you get it, at least. I don't mind being labeled a freak. You know what? Freak, affectionate. Thank you. So the only thing we've never done is straight up release her. Personally, I don't know if this is like the right... If this is like the right version of her to do that with. So I'm gonna see what happens if we kill her.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess.
Whoa!
As you shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Okay, that line sounds familiar. That's a little concerning.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs.
This is the end, isn't it?
I'm afraid it is.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The more she feels like the Empress. Oh my god! That's why I like her so much! She's the Empress. Oh my god, I'm looking at my drawing of the Empress right now. Holy fuck! Oh, the connection's forming in my brain! She's the Empress! Oh, I love it. The tower. This one's new. This is 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 new.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to...
But I died. What am I
He doesn't
doing here?
remember what happened, then you know I can hear you, right?
Wait.
What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Voice of the Broken.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Those are two very different. Let's say you died last time. Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die.
This makes me wonder what she's gonna be like. Is she... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. She's gonna be a super sadistic dominatrix, isn't she? She's gonna be demon mode, but she's gonna be super freaking brutal, and we're gonna be an absolute bottom.
What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now?
She did step on me.
She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it's...
Valor, I'm not excited about that. I'm actually quite annoyed. So don't tell me to calm down.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Valor, just because you expect everyone to be weird and freaky, and just because every fetish exists, doesn't mean you have to project them onto everyone you talk to. Sorry, was that rude?
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after?
Why?
Or do you think that
Why?
the princess, left
Why?
unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just
Why?
like I told you she would?
Why do you expect me to just be every type of freak you ever run across? Like, no joke, guys. Outside of stream, every single fetish, even during stream, you guys have seen this. Every single fetish that is ever talked about, that I ever come across, Valor is like, hey, watch out. You're being a little weird. Valor always thinks I'm every type of freak. Unbelievable. Of course I sound excited. I'm emphatic about everything. Valor is round SpongeBob. Yeah, of course I sound excited about everything. I'm emphatic and expressive, and when I stream, that comes out quite a lot, and I sound excited about everything. Besides, I am excited about it just in the fact that it's new, it's novel, it's interesting. I'm excited to see new things. I'm excited to be annoyed by this situation, which I'm going to be. I'm excited to experience something new.
If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains, and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end.
I don't get it. I shouldn't feel joy and want to kill everyone like that. Oh, that's rude. That's a little mean. Valor does want to kill everyone, though.
Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
Let's go.
A warning. She will lie. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Oh my god, Voice of the Broken is such a bottom! Ooh! I'm so mad about this. Anyway. Only some people. Valor, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, Valor.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying.
You are being annoying.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
Valor. You're ridiculous. This is... Look, I have my moments where I can be a bit of a bottom. Yes, I am a switch. We all know this. But this right here, this kind of stuff, not my jam. Not my jam. It's not my kind of bottoming that I like.
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
I don't want to pledge myself to somebody who is just going to treat me like garbage. No.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Oh no, is that what you want? I do think it's totally valid for people to want to pledge themselves to somebody who's gonna step on them and call them trash. I totally understand that that's a kink that people have. That's an interest that people are allowed to enjoy. It's just not for me. All right, what's the
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Yes, the character is kind of a loser right now.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
We're so small. Mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall.
What are you talking about? This is...
Mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous
I don't care how ridiculous we look. We're going to keep trying it until it
we
works.
should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Shut it. We're super gorgeous. Okay. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be
I'm actually kind of I'm
The door to the
interested
basement
and
creaks
curious
open,
what this
revealing a spiral
princess is gonna
staircase.
look like.
Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
Ooh, creepy.
This is actually kind of nice.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Wait, whoa.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
God, I feel like I know we kind of do a different route every time. And this route is kind of the route of the frickin' simp.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and
It's still a
exhausting
part of her.
effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But
Jeez.
soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Well, yeah, and you know what? Here's the thing. This is a part of her. She can be a Dom Queen sometimes if she wants, and that means that sometimes I gotta be a simp. So be it. This is true love we're talking here. I'll play her game for now, and then we can kind of negotiate the terms of the relationship as we go on through eternity.
The princess towers over you.
Oh my god.
Almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window.
I will switch for her.
Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
That's like how you know that I really care for someone is that I'm willing to switch for them.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
She is very pretty like this. Kind of.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Alright, let's see how different it is if I go brat mode.
As if on command, the blade
Oh!
slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor.
Okay! I definitely clicked it. Wow.
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just gonna let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
She's leveled up the Dominatrix class so much she unlocked flight, yep.
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
But don't we have to win in order to go back to the infinite darkness? We have to kill her somehow. We can't just grovel at her feet for the rest of eternity.
Kneel. Oh, are you still trying to defy
No.
me? I said kneel.
Your legs
Ugh.
buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Stop calling me that. Stop calling me that. You be your good little bird. That makes me feel weird with my whole crowcore thing I got going on. Okay.
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it
See
is
you, Valor.
now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? And you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
What a simp.
He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have
Feels
faith
more
that you can pull
traumatized
this
than a
off.
sin. He's the
You can't win
traumatized
a
simp.
battle that you've already lost.
It's a
in your mind.
combination of both. What would you have me do? What do you have
to
planned?
Is break these chains and set me free.
If you were so powerful, why can't you just break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can.
Phew.
It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's
That's
not worthy of everything I am,
fair,
or
actually.
everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity.
Man, you've got a penchant for the theatrics, this one.
The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn.
Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me,
my will triumphs over yours.
I'm not gonna help you end the world. I don't care if someone new comes after. I can't let you just do that. Shh. I have questions.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
there's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
I am a bird. I don't know if I want to be your little bird. Alright, it's save time. Wait, did I overwrite a save? No, I didn't. Okay. Alright, what happens if we say no?
I say, perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
Oh boy, here we go.
Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
No objections here. Don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Whoa. Oh, the options are here, but we can't pick them? Oh, that's cool!
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Oh my god, Broken, you simp!
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably gonna stand anyway.
Gonna kneel here forever. Stop making me do things. I hate you so much, all of you.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
Here we go. Whatever it is.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What?
Oh. The delivery of that. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. What? What?
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Oh, but what's actually gonna happen?
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language.
End her. Okay, another save. We're gonna kill her.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry.
Don't... As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Ooh.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
It's what she wants.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it.
I'm on it.
Hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you.
Oh my god.
Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece. At least for now.
Wow. This is so far the most unnerving route so
A
far.
wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a god.
Oh, hi, Lee.
It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so
what do you mean?
much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that
Yep.
punctured vessel for the next.
Ah, so you are the simp version of yourself. All right, we're gonna try to kill her.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess,
here.
even as the repeated
Come here.
gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
Ooh, I will drown you in my blood.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
Fair.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet,
Ew.
your chest heaving as your blood pools in the
Man.
crevices of the stone floor.
I don't think
a
we're
coppery
winning this
taste
one.
coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
I am different. I mean, the gameplay loop of this is that, you know, we let this version of her come out and then we kill her. I'm worried that the cycle is just going to continue unless we kill her. So, you know, killing her would mean we win. This is my relationship with her, is that we've got this weird, twisted, beautiful kind of love-hate relationship with each other, where in every single universe we're constantly devising on ways to defeat one another. We've done 3 so far. 3, I think? Or is this 2? I think this is number 3, actually.
Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
No. Definitely die. We've done. This is our 3rd version of the princess. That's what I mean. Because we've died many times more than that. We've died. I think we died like twice per personality.
That's a little demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her.
It's a mercy. Take it.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this.
No. 6 deaths. 6-ish. Probably a little bit less.
At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
I wish I could even click that. I'm gonna kill you!
Yes, though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage
Come
to
here!
break through,
I'm
darting
gonna
to her side
bite your
before she
ankles!
can react.
I'm gonna flay those stupid bare feet of yours! Come here,
The
you!
wind of your freedom
Oh my
rushes
god,
through
I
you,
actually did cut her
channel
foot.
it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance.
Ah! Ooh!
She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest.
Well, the Achilles tendon cut, that's rough.
As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
We can do this, can't we?
You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You
heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet.
Ellie!
There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks.
Ooh!
Numbness and pain spreading through your body.
That is indeed
As you
an
rebound
unsettling
towards
wet
the
pop.
ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact.
Damn!
You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her
Important
body
question,
in
what do you
abject
define as winning?
horror and
Well, I already
disgust.
told you. I already told you. Winning is defined as slaying the princess.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself
Yes.
twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
Yeah, the truth is that it's a bit more complicated than just killing her. But killing her is a necessary step in a very important process, which means killing her is winning.
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
Samp!
But I don't feel liberated.
Samp!
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together.
I did tell you, Lou, it's a bit more complicated than that. We're gonna get to it like right after this is over. Stick around and then I'll show you. I plan on that being the last thing that we do before calling an end to our stream here, since we're kind of at the end. Past the
I
end.
suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we? Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something, I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh? Whoa!
On a path in the woods. And at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
Whoa! What? What? What?
I think he's upset.
I think he's upset.
And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
This is different.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was.
No, this is...
Will be.
That was the third time. Or rather, that is the third version of this princess that we've seen. there are several routes in this game where each time you encounter a different version of the princess based on what choices you make in the first time that you encounter her. So that was the third version of the princess we've seen. Maybe it doesn't.
You're damn right we did. And you'll get over it.
Ooh. No, but there was one more. There's one more version we haven't seen. And I want to see it, goddammit.
Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. I've got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind...
But hey,
I
Stubborn
won't
is back.
without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a... This is just a cult. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
I wasn't expecting the dialogue to skip itself.
Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different, isn't it?
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted. So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs.
Whoa.
So you'd better take things seriously.
Well, dang. Not how I expected our night would end. That's crazy. We might actually be really close to the end of the game. That didn't take long. But, yeah, we're almost half an hour past. I'm sorry, but it's late, and I'm tired. And, I wanna save something for us to do on next Monday. Don't worry, just stick around, and we'll see more of it very soon. Or we'll just do it Wednesday, not sure. Maybe if you ask really nicely, we can finish it on Wednesday. I'm not at the end? That's good.
I'm in danger!
Yeah, if you guys do really want me to continue this on Wednesday, I will begrudgingly accept. But, usually this is supposed to be our Mondays thing. So, maybe you guys just need to be patient. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here, especially all of you who have been here until the very end. I love and appreciate all of you also very much, especially you, Lou. Thanks for being here. And in any case, I hope you guys have a fantastic night. Please be well to yourself and others until I see you next, and I eagerly await you guys all in the next one. Have a great night now. Ciao, ciao.